It's 2022. The future is here. Our grandparents and great-grandparents, who suffered through a depression and the biggest war the world has ever seen, envisioned the day of peaceful cities, flying cars, and interstellar travel. They dreamed of an American society that would reach great heights. They went to the moon and wanted to see us go even further. But they never stopped and asked themselves one important question.
What is a woman if you had to give it a definition?
What is a woman? Please, if one person could tell me what a woman is.
You are not here for women!
What is that?
If only our grandparents asked this basic question, could we have achieved their dream? It seems like they just took the question for granted and moved on with their day, leaving the current society with the burden. Those barbarians. And it's a burden indeed. Even women tasked with monumental responsibilities understand it takes years of schooling to find the answer to this question.
Can you provide a definition for the word woman?
Can I provide a definition? No,
Yeah.
I can't.
You can't?
Not in
Okay.
this context.
So you
I'm not a
believe the
biologist.
meaning of the
But some have seen how such a basic question has stunted Western society, denying us of our flying cars and our jetpacks. And one man went on a quest to find answers. Enter famous LGBT author Matt Walsh. It is immediately clear from Mr. Walsh's demeanor, flannel shirts, and flat delivery that he is not bothered by the fact that such a basic question was answered at least 5,000 years ago, or that womanhood itself is being erased today. And if he is playing one cool customer. And who would have thought that such a basic question can't be answered, let alone needed an entire hour-and-a-half documentary devoted to its search? And search he does. First on the streets, and he even wore a sign begging anyone for an answer. Many in this country attempted, but they've never been asked a harder question in their life. Even women couldn't answer the question,
What is a woman? Can you tell me that? Well, you're at the Women's March. You must have some idea.
geez, this is going to be harder than we thought. Maybe the answer lies within men. So he talked to an old guy who had a run-in with a transgendered individual. Maybe he has some insight as a male who has been face-to-face with a man pretending to be a woman.
How do you
Okay.
know that that person's not a woman?
How do I know? Common sense.
You're not a scientist. You're not a gender studies major. Or are you?
No,
No? Okay. How do you know that you're a man?
I guess because I got a dick.
Well, seems simple enough, but how could we know for sure? This is a man, a nom-vet, a Star Wars nerd. How do we know he has the answer? How do we know womanhood isn't just constructed by society? And if you think it's funny that some people say gender is a social construct and then construct their own gender and then proceed in telling everyone that their socially constructed views are wrong, I assure you it's not.
I'm a 27-year-old transgender woman. I am a wolf-therian and a member of the furry fandom.
Would you be able to give us an example of this wolf communication?
No. I'm not comfortable doing so.
With not being able to find his answer, Walsh goes to the one source that has all of them, and an American university. He talks to a professor of women, gender, and sexuality studies. Clearly, this is going to be the end of the documentary. Somebody in his field and position would definitely have the answer.
What is a woman?
Why do you ask that question?
Damn, he doesn't have the answer either. But if you think about it, that's like asking a physics professor, what is motion? Why do you want to know? Is always the standard answer, dummy. Clearly, Mr. Walsh wasn't going to find his answers here at home. So he travels to Africa to speak with the Maasai tribe. After buttering them up with some softball questions.
What if a man decides that his gender identity is woman? Can a man become a woman? What about a transgender? What about if someone was non-binary? What if it's a woman with a penis?
He hits them with the curveball.
What is a woman if you had to give it a definition?
They are utterly confused in the question itself. And the fact that a man traveled 5,000 miles to ask him such a basic question provides them with their own answers, that the world outside of theirs is crazy, and it might just be best to stay in the village. So our host still doesn't have his answer, and through twists and turns, he learns the origins of radical gender theory by boning up on Alfred Kinsey, who performs sexual experimentation on children younger than 1 year old, and John Money, the father of gender ideology, who theorized boys could be raised as girls and experimented on a set of twin boys. He also made them simulate sex acts on each other. Money reported his findings as a success, but in reality, the twin boys killed themselves. So we are nowhere close to getting to the bottom of this answer, or closer to our future utopia. He gives one last academic a shot, hoping this one could provide us with a clue. But to the shock of many, the professor asked the question before Matt could. Not only that, like Virgil leading Dante through the Inferno, he provides our wandering host a path to the answer he seeks.
What is a woman?
What is a woman?
Marry one and find out.
So I should go home and ask my wife, I guess.
Yeah.
My God. The answer has been under our noses this entire time. Like many heroes before him, Matt returns home to his wife, battered and bruised from his Odyssey, the journey forever changing him into something he hopes his wife could even still recognize. He was tormented and twisted throughout his adventure, and now he's been given hope to finally obtain his answer. And his wife, of all people, is the key. He asks her the question.
What is a woman?
To which the look she gives him is the same all wives give their husbands. The exhausted look of, I'm married, an idiot. But she answers the question, and she does so in a way that only the grace, beauty, and delicacy of a woman could, and so that she doesn't shatter our hero's ego. And at the end of the documentary, we finally have our answer to the simple question, what is a woman? And it turns out it's a simple answer too. But I will not spoil this ending for you, because the great big plot twist in this documentary is the fact that there is no plot twist at all. And in 2022, who could see that coming?